Warning, the following game may be following you. What? No! Okay, the following game is really mad because unlike other games, it does not try to obey or emulate any rules of physics correctly. In fact, it was programmed on the basis of if it looks and feels cool, then it's cool. This leads to a very unique gameplay experience unlike anything before. This game is also a 3D cartoon game, it's not a normal 3D game, so be prepared. Because what you're about to experience is truly something close to stepping out of this world into an alternate reality one, what you're about to experience is a game interrupting you by loading itself. A while ago, I did a Dr. Monster solo run, which I might redo because the commentary was terrible. And I also tried to do a Formula 7 solo run that I never uploaded. So now, I'm going to do a solo run with Radical One, my other favourite vehicle in the game. Why, you may ask? Because why not? But yeah, I have to make sure this is recording properly. It feels laggy, I don't know why. Maybe it's not, maybe it's just normal. So yeah, Radical One. I don't think Radical One is the fastest vehicle ever. I think Formula 7 is the fastest vehicle in the game. I think Mighty 8 might be faster than Radical One too. Okay, we're doing exactly the same thing they were doing yesterday when I played this. They're bullying me. Every one-on-one. They must be very humiliated because I beat them with Nimi. But yeah. Radical One is very fast and also pretty strong. Just like Dr. Monster is, except not as strong as Dr. Monster. And I like Radical One because not only is it fast and decently strong, but it's also very easy to control. And flies pretty well as well. So, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say, to be fair. This is the introductory stage, not really a whole lot happening. Except for Dr. Monster going for me. I don't know if this happens to everyone, but whenever I'm playing this game, eventually everyone just stops racing and just tries to go for me. It makes winning by racing surprisingly easy. It doesn't always happen, but like, sometimes they're like in first place, and then they just go for me and suddenly lose. Also, Mighty 8 just got himself killed by trying to ram me. This feels like it's lagging. Please don't be like this. I don't know if it feels laggy, you know? Might be lagging actually. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I really wouldn't be. You know, everything lags when I record. That's why I haven't properly redone my Pokemon Let's Plays for the DS games, because it's horrible lag, you know? So yeah, maybe I should try to look up why this is happening. Anyway, in whatever sense, whether it's lagging or not, I will point out that I'm probably not going to have very hard of a time with these. I actually play almost every stage of this game. The only stage I don't play is 4-dimensional Vertigo because I absolutely hate it. It sucks. I'm never going to understand that track. But I don't want to understand it, I fucking hate it. So yeah, just like I did with Dr. Monster, I'm going to be playing every track except that one. And I might redo my Dr. Monster run at some point. Because like I said, the commentary was terrible. For some reason, I just told my school story. I don't know why. It was pretty terrible. And then like at the end, I was getting really angry because everyone was attacking me and I sounded like I was about to explode into tears for some reason. But yeah, I actually don't remember what happened that day. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know why, but like, I spent the entire video talking about school stories. Like, I was rewatching some of my older videos earlier to see if they still held up. Most of them are alright, but like, that one was just kind of eh. I was watching that and I was like, yo me, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, some of the stuff I say in that video makes no sense. I'm always like, oh, I don't blame people for what happened. I don't want to. I was like, what the fuck are you on about? What have you done? What are you moaning on about now past me? But yeah, anyway, that video was bad, so I might redo it one day. Do the snake dance. Very interestingly, there is no sign of Machine, El King, Dr. Monster, or Sword of Justice. They're normally on this track. Okay, excuse me, sir. Could you not? Look at these cunts. What do they think they're doing? Piss off. I know this is a wasting track, but I'm going to win by racing because I want to. And also because, I don't know, the video would probably take even longer to make. I want to get through Need for Madness 1 and 2 in this game, or in this recording session, if I can. So I'm going to be going through the races fairly quickly, so I'm not particularly going to be trying to waste people. But Radical One is actually good at wasting people. He's not that bad. You know, he's not as good as Dr. Monster is, but he's not bad at it. Radical One seems to have this thing where like he'll like hit somebody and they'll fly. It's like the other side of the map. It's pretty funny actually. Also with Radical One I tend to go ages without doing stunts for no reason. I don't know why, maybe just trying to get a lead, who knows. It's always really funny though when somebody's chasing you, right? And they're right behind you and you do a stunt and you just zoom off, leaving them in the dust. What's Levita Crab doing? Levita Crab is really weird because recently Levita Crab has been extremely aggressive and has always tried to kill me. I have no idea why, but obviously Levita Crab's not very good at it, so... I remember I was playing on some of the other cars for a change the other day, and Cool Cat surprisingly did a lot of damage to me. I was playing as Tornado Shark, and I think he did a lot of damage to Max Revenge as well, and Sword of Justice too. I was like, what the fuck? Is Cool Cat stronger than I thought? Also, I hate it when the game does that, when it like reverses, like it makes the camera look behind you when you jump. It does it on its own sometimes. It's really dumb. But yeah, Cool Cat was just doing strangely high amounts of damage to me, and it wasn't that like, I don't think it was that weird glitch that sometimes happens. I call the power glitch, when cars get like strangely powerful. It's like the glitch that allows Machine to just fly off the fucking ramp and hit the healing hoop on every single thing. You know, I actually don't remember what it's called. I think it's called that. It might be that. I remember I once called it the remedial circle. I think I called it that on a video. I don't know why I used to call it that, but I did. I always just call it the hoop, you know. It's probably called healing. Actually, no, it's called fixing hoop, isn't it? Yeah. That's right. Fixing hoop. That's what it's called. But yeah, here we are on Do the Snake Dance on lap 7. Everybody, well, mostly everybody is coming for me now. You won't catch me, you know. You won't defeat me. I'm a physical specimen. You cannot run me. Now I'm suddenly quoting everybody from Bully, but there you go. Neat. Next up, Grapefruit Power. I actually won this stage as Machine yesterday because I managed to. Well, Formula 7's dead already. I managed to smash everybody in the corner, and then Nimmy killed himself, so I won. Like Nimmy had escaped and was like on the other side of the track, and like all of a sudden Nimmy just died for no reason, just inexplicably died. It was pretty funny. Dr. Monster, what the hell do you think you're doing, mate? Yeah, this track is pretty funny because it has one lap, so I didn't know if it would be possible to win by wasting. But yeah, apparently so. If you have like a bunch of these, you know, opponents who are tired of winning. Yeah. Why did he do it? I don't even know what he did. Like, you know that checkpoint I just went through? He was over there somewhere. But it wasn't the checkpoint I just went through. It was like the one on the corner near the wall. And Nimmy just like randomly died. I don't know what happened. I've seen some of them do that when they're the only one left and they're facing somebody who's like a waste or something. They always fly off the ramps and land badly on purpose. It's like, guys, seriously? Oh look, it's Machine. Everybody's favourite opponent in this game. Wow, I'm still going super quick. Maybe it is lagging, I don't know. I don't know why. Although then again, this computer's been dodgy the past few days. It just like occasionally pings me, telling me I'm using too much memory, and it just whinges at me. Twice in one day it reset itself, like it restarted the computer on its own. And like earlier, like yesterday it crashed, so I had to fucking restart anyway. It's like, why do you do this to me? It's like, oh yeah, using too much memory. It's like, no I'm not. What do you mean? I want you to know, the only thing I have open is an occasional game and like 6 or 7 tabs of Chrome. I don't have like 10 open. Like 5 years ago I was able to have like 14, 15 tabs open with no issue, and now I have way less than that and it's still whinging at me. It's throwing tantrums like an angry toddler would. I just hit machine and took no damage. I did that the other day with another vehicle, I don't know which one it was, but like it was one of the normal vehicles, one of the less cool ones. I hit machine and did 0 damage to myself, it was really funny. But I've also had a glitch with like invincible cars as well. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it just pings me for low memory. I used to have way more tabs open. And like one of the tabs I used to have open was this like website that played all of your YouTube video. Like you could load all of your YouTube playlists and it would play them all in a completely random order. It was called RandomTube and doesn't exist anymore because it died. Like RandomTube just stopped working one day. And the person who made it was like, ah, fuck it, I'm not bothering. So now it's dead. And the entire website, like the website itself is gone and completely now. Like the IP address or whatever of it, whatever you call it. The www dot is gone. The World Wide Web. I remember there was like a comic I read years ago that made a joke where it was like World Wide Web and it was like a spider and he had written that in web. I was like, great. Alright, well, yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, RandomTube is gone now. Rest in peace. It was great while it lasted. You know, you could mix your music playlist with your like gaming video playlist or whatever. I did that. It was fun. It was fun. I used to like it. RIP RandomTube, you were always cool. And I use a different site, but you could only load like a few playlists. It's like up to 10,000 videos or whatever. I don't know, something like that. Even though mine has more than 10,000. I use it to shuffle my music playlists. And sometimes I get like track 1 followed by track 2. Which is pretty funny, because that's not supposed to happen. Nimmy's dead, whoops. Yeah, why am I not surprised that Nimmy has been murdered? Probably Machine. Whenever Machine is in the mix, I always say that he's the one who did it, because he probably is. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to check back the footage of this video, and it's probably not going to get uploaded, because I think it's lagging, and the footage is probably going to be like really bad as well. The last Need for Madness replay I did was choppy and horrible, and I was like, well, I guess I'm never making those again. Hey, if this video doesn't get uploaded, let me in. Okay, anyway, please let me in. I'm standing outside your door. Haha. Stalker joke. Anyway, we're on lap 9 of 9. Funnily enough, this isn't even the longest track. 9. But yeah, this isn't even the longest track because there's one that's like 10 laps. Which one is 10 laps? Is it Twisted Revenge? I think it might be. Maybe. It would be really funny if on one of the later stages Machine is in the mix and everyone just dies immediately. That happened the other day. It's really funny when that happens, when everybody at the start questions Machine and everyone except you gets killed. It's always funny because it's like, well done, you idiots, you've just failed yourselves, great job, you know. Yeah, this stage is one of my favourite songs in the game, so there's that. You know, this is an actual real song, or a sample from a real song. But I think it's like a Pet Shop Boys song or something. And then there's the other song, sample from another song, Popcorn, which is Digger's Revenge. I don't know if there's any other songs in this game that are sampled from real songs, but there might be. But the soundtrack of this game is great. I don't think there's a single song in this game that I don't like, because they're all good, you know. I was really bad at this when I was a kid. I remember I found this by accident once, and it was back on Miniclip. I was really bad. I tried to win the first stage by wasting as Wild Canyonero. I never worked out. Well, I did a few times. Like when I got lucky and I managed to kill them all, but I don't know why I did. I guess I just thought, oh, racing is boring, I'm gonna waste, you know. Eventually, I made it all the way to level 8. The Fast, the Furious and the Radical, and I believe the latest vehicle I'd unlocked was Lead Oxide, or as I used to call him, Lead Oxide. And I thought, I was under the impression that like the last car you unlocked was the best car for the next track, so I used Lead Oxide and I never won. I never beat that level, ever, until, you know, I was much older. And realised that you should probably pick Formula 7, because, you know, if it's the original you won't have Radical 1 by that point. Radical One's actually the boss car of that stage. So yeah, that's the thing. I was bad at this game. I was bad at a lot of games actually. I remember playing this in Golden Time at school. All the time. If you don't know what that is, it's like the last hour on a Friday at primary school, and you could do whatever you want. Our Golden Time had groups. It was like you know, you can have there was a computer group. There was like the rest of them were boring. There was like a sewing group and shit. But yeah, the catch was that you weren't allowed to do the same thing you did in the last term. So that was annoying. It was hell having to pick something else other than computer club. But the funny thing is, the last 2 years I think it was, they added a gaming club where you could bring like your Game Boys and DSs or whatever in and play those. So I did. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think I beat Super Mario 64 DS for the first time at school. And I think I've done the same thing with Crash Bandicoot Entranced as well on the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, that was the thing. So yeah, that's what Golden Time is for those of you who don't know. But yeah, in the computer club I actually used to play this game because Miniclip wasn't blocked. So you know, there was Ultimate Flash Sonic and a few other ones. Eventually they made you have a partner, and that ruined it because of course it did. I bumped the mic. I apologise if I blew your ears out there. Oh yeah, the AIs at this level are really bollocks. They're really dumb. They always like drive into the wall. Like, you know those wall things that like line the track? They always run into them because they're morons. They get stuck on them as well. Like, look, was that Nimi or was that Mighty 8? There's somebody. They always get stuck. What's funny is that if you ram them into those walls, it does tons of damage. Bye, Mighty 8. What do you think you're doing? I'm surprised you survived that, actually. You know. Look, you see what I mean? They get stuck. El King? What the fuck? How did El King catch up so quickly? El King is a speed demon! I don't know how he did it. Alright, well. What next is Machine. Actually, funnily enough, I saw Machine in first place of a race yesterday. Like, I got, at the start of a race, I don't remember who I was using, but I got rammed. Like, you know at the start of a race we get rammed by everybody in the race? And you just get sent flying backwards? Yeah, that was happening. And then, like, everybody started having a skirmish in the corner, and Machine was in first place. It was really funny. He didn't last for long because I took him over, and then he was really angry and tried to murder me, but, you know. Speaking of Machine, there he is. Speak of the bulldozer and he shall appear, apparently. Okay, great. Thanks for that, guys. Really fun. Wankers. Anyway, this reminds me of that time in The Simpsons where they used that word twice. Oh my god. It reminds me of that Grade A Underwear video. It was like, fucking wankers come to my door, bastards! But yeah, anyway. I like how YouTube got like new management and changed its policies on like swear words and stuff, so now you're allowed to swear. Not that it matters because I can't monetize my videos anyway, but I just thought I'd point it out. If I could, would I? I don't know. Probably not. Because people hate ads on YouTube. I do too. They're all so cringe as well. Like, they're really bad. The ads on YouTube have always been pretty cringe though. There was one like years ago. It was like some floating head. And he was like, "Oi, don't you click that skip button." And I was like, skip. Skip! I don't know why he's a floating head. I think it was like it was an advert for like it was like an advert for like betting or something. So you can't put that in here. My throat isn't used to me commentating for long periods of time because, as you know, I haven't really been all that active. I just recorded a video of me ranking all the vehicles in San Andreas, so it's the same exact day, but they'll be uploaded like separately, not on the same day. Nice in voice break. Why am I still in voice breaks? I'm 24. I shouldn't be having voice breaks anymore. You would think I'd finished puberty by now, probably not. Maybe it's just because I'm not very well, that's probably why. I've had like an issue for like the past few, well actually I say past few months, I had the same issue since July, where my breathing has not been exactly brilliant. It's been pretty irregular actually, and my throat often gets blocked because of it, and my nose is also permanently blocked. And you know, I've been to the hospital a few times for it, and they were just like, yeah, you're fine, go home. You know, then the next day I'll get rushed in again. So yeah, I'm not sure what the problem is. They didn't really care. They were just like, yeah, you're fine, you know, there's nothing wrong with you. And they sent me home. I was like, thanks. If I die now, I'll sue you in the afterlife. But yeah, it was really weird and really dumb if they didn't seem to care about somebody potentially being unable to breathe properly. But you know, I am actually going to get a doctor's appointment soon where they're actually going to try and find the problem. Can you believe it? And it's funny because this is a walk-in clinic, I believe, and it's more reliable than a fucking hospital. So there's that, you know. Oh well. I'll tell you one thing, the last the like November, I think it was, October and November were terrible last year, absolutely horrendous. But yeah, anyway, what was I talking about before I was talking about this? I want to talk about better things. Oh, Cool Cat's dead, that's pretty good. Cool Cat kinda, yeah, no. I just like to imagine Cat from Red Dwarf as the driver. I know I said this before, but I'll tell you one thing, the music for Dances with Monsters in this game is one I've grown to like a lot more than I used to. I was doing a challenge where I tried to beat Need for Madness without losing once. It took a few tries, mainly because of one thing was machine, another thing was general screwiness, and there was also the Mad Party. So, because the Mad Party is a bit dodgy. The Mad Party doesn't have a healing loop, which is probably why. Or a fixing hoop, rather. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm losing my voice, who knows. Oh, that hasn't happened to me for years, since I was like a kid. And I don't know why it happened back then, because I didn't scream. I don't know, I definitely have a shorter fuse than I used to. Blame school for that one. I'm sure a lot of people could probably relate though. School's pretty infuriating. And it wasn't just because of like random people just saying, you know what, fuck this guy in particular. No, it's not just that, it's just, you know, school's stressful. They actually called me in once during the fucking summer holidays with like 4 other people, saying our work from like 5 years ago wasn't good enough. I was like, why the fuck do you still have this? This was so long ago, why does it matter? And mine wasn't even bad. Mine was pretty well made, and they're like, oh, it's not good enough. We'll just clump you into the class with like 5 people you hate and see how it goes. You know. I'd say I must have a pretty strong resolve if I managed to go through the entirety of my school life without decking anyone, so you know. Hey, what do you know? I always had fantasies of doing it, of course, but never actually hit anybody. Alright. Beach Arcade Dream. Next up is Confusion in an Illusion, which is the greatest name ever, and if you don't agree, then, you know, that's your opinion. Oh, funny, we've got Sword of Justice, and we also have, hang on a minute, my fucking cushion came out, like, you can't be serious. That's so dumb. And not only do we have Sword of Justice, we also have the 3 monsters, Dr. Monster, Elk King and Machine. Of course we do. I'm probably going to get killed on the stage. They're probably going to get me. See what I tell you. With this stage, I'm kind of neutral about it, because I don't really like it, because I don't know what I'm going to see. I'm going to come out the corner and fucking Machine's going to be the holding a gun. But yeah, I don't hate the stage, I don't love it either. It's just kind of a mess stage. Music's pretty good though, as usual. Whoa! Excuse me? Fucking hell, he was right behind me. I remember there was this pretty cool thing I did yesterday. Well, like I launched off a ramp but it hit somebody in midair. It's pretty funny. I don't think I killed them, although I might have done. It's pretty fun. Oh, hello. Hello, machine, how are you doing? He's just like, help! Help me, please. I've fallen upside down because I can't do stunts. Machine can only do spins. I don't know why they're called barrel rolls roll spins in this game, but they do, so who's going to argue with them? I'm certainly not, because I don't have the energy to argue anyway. I'm trying to take it as easy as I possibly can. By playing a game where I crash my car into people. Except I'm not doing a whole lot of crashing, am I? I'm just, you know, running around and hoping I don't die as a result. I think when I did my no loss run, I used Radical 1 for most of the stages, and I used like Dr. Monster and Machine for the wasting stages. I only used Machine on the stages where he can hit the hoop, like for example El King stages and the other one I'm forgetting the name of. I like how Need for Madness 2 has a bunch of stages that are just exactly the same as the first game. Like Garden of the King is basically just he is coming for you next again. Looks like more laps. Introductory stage is obviously exactly the same. You know, Let the Dream Begin is basically contrary to popular belief. Twisted Revenge is basically Do the Snake Dance. Dances with Monsters is essentially the Beach Arcade Dream. That was not an exact copy, but it's basically the same. Ghosts of Magic is the Fast and Furious and the Radical. Mighty 8 has just been killed. What the fuck? Excuse me? Can we not do that, please? That's really dumb. I remember I had like a really horrible race yesterday that just kept happening to me over and over. No thank you. I would rather not. I did not sign up for this. Please do not send me your newsletter. The newsletter is Machine bulldozing through my house. Excuse me, could you not please? Bloody hell, leave me alone, you bastard. You're a knob. Bye. Bye. Oh, good boy. I'm leaving, you can't catch me now. Fucking Machine was like, you? I know you, you're the guy who's killed me a few times, I'm gonna kill you now. Bloody Machine, I swear he's like my arch enemy in this game. The Mighty 8's also really annoying, like Mighty 8 Sword Justice are really annoying to me. But Machine is always going to be like my arch enemy. Excuse me, what the fuck are you doing? Listen, I know you're Dr. Monster, but could you not? How'd you catch up to me so quickly? Probably using his speed, because, you know, he's Dr. Monster. That's probably why. Did you think about that? I always like doing this. You can continue doing this after you finish the race. Great. Well done. Great landing. Alright, now we're doing Need for Madness 2 stages. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly the same stage. Slightly different, I suppose. You know, the layout's basically the same, but like the ramps are different. The background's different. Music's different, and it's less laps, but it's the same stage, basically. There's barely anything changed. Are there any other stages that are basically the same in between games? Let me know. I seem to forget. The one, other than the ones I mentioned. I think very off the top of my head. I think the weirdest levels in this game is the stretch, because you can easily miss the last checkpoint by flying over it. It's like, I've done that more times than I'd like to admit, so I always avoid that last round. There's a few stages in this game where I like kind of ignore the final ramp because it's a smarter idea not to, because I'll fly over the checkpoint otherwise. Over the past few days, I've also noticed whenever I play as El King, that whenever I go off a big ramp I always get like a sudden boost in speed for some reason, and he always goes like really high too. So I don't know, maybe El King is really good at jumps or something. He's not good at flipping, but he's good at doing roll spins, I suppose. Right, well, I managed to avoid the scuffle at the beginning, relatively unscathed, as I somehow missed the checkpoint. I don't think how that happened. Fuck! Go away! Yeah, I don't know how I managed to do that. I did not press left at all. He just veered left on his own. He's like, whee! Veer just reminds me of Veer Mahan. He was like coming to Raw, and like it took him like years. It took him like months to actually make it to the show. Everybody was making jokes about it. Like somebody said, "Is he walking to Raw from India?" And somebody was like, "Oh, he keeps getting to the venue, but they've already left by the time he gets there." And I think it's like, Mr. Mahan, please. You've been coming to Raw for the past few years. Please get here. You know. I think the other week they did one where it was like, Via's coming to Raw. I was like, no, not again. Fuck. It's really funny because like the shows are kind of dodgy, especially since a certain somebody came back. But like, yeah, there's some funny memes come out of it. I also thought the Fiend was pretty cool. A lot of people are like, oh, this gimmick sucks. And I'm just like, I like this because it's awesome. It's spooky. It's kind of cool. I just liked how the Fiend looked, I think. He looks really creepy and like. Maybe that's why I liked the Boogeyman when I was younger, because he was spooky. That's why I was always a big fan of Kane and the Undertaker as well. Yeah, I actually liked the Boogeyman, so kill me. Alright, anyway, but I was a kid, so you know. But I still like the Boogeyman, because he's cool. Alright, and is somebody dying? Yep, there goes lead oxide. Sometimes they survive and sometimes they don't. I really like the music for this track. I'm probably going to say that for a lot of tracks, but this is one of my favourite songs in the game. This is where my disdain for Sword of Justice came along. Machine's dead, Cool Cat, what the fuck happened? What? Machine just died and Cool Cat died as well. The fuck happened there? Like somebody else died too. I think two other people. What happened? Did they just? I think they must have like crashed into each other all at once. Like, you know when they all like crash into a big pile? Probably that. Sword of Justice, piss off. Piss off. He's the biggest nuisance in this entire game. The only other survivor is El King, unsurprisingly. El King was probably like, I see them over there and I'm not messing with that. El King's the smart one apparently. Yeah, Sword of Justice is a right pest. He's just killed El King. You know what? You know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'm getting him. If I can, that is. So if he doesn't have the power click. He just killed El King. The fuck? Alright, Sword of Justice. Come here, you bastard. I'll show you. Nope, never mind. I've missed him again. And I've missed him again. And I've missed him again. What is this, Pokemon? Come over here. Come here now. Face me. And this is really annoying. It's like I'm not doing any damage to him. He must have the power clutch, right? Surely. Either that or he's just being a knob and he's got cheat codes on. Take that! Yeah, I sure showed you, didn't I? Yeah, fuck off. See what I mean? It's doing like nothing. Oi, Sword of Justice, come over here. I thought he was going to crash into the back of the ramp. He's going into the spikes. I still don't know how they're spikes because they're not very spiky. Boom, nope, never mind. Come here. Where is he going? Come here, you fucking coward. Yeah, you were pestering me earlier, now you're dead. Fuck you. Alright, next up is Twisted Revenge, which is, I believe, another Sword of Justice stage. Every boss guy has like two boss stages that they're in. And they always spawn at the front of the pack too. So yeah, now that I've killed Sword of Justice, it's really funny because they act all tough and then the moment you start fighting back, like shit, and they run away. But yeah, 10 laps, great. What fun. I'm not actually sure if I'll be able to finish all this in time. I have until about 5 or 10 past 11. This is when my family come back from the shops. So hopefully I don't get interrupted. But I don't know if I will. I might make it, because I'm on Need for Madness 2 now, which is not quite half past 2. It's 10:24, so... You know, maybe I'll get it done. Get it done! No, not today, enemy. Not today. It just reminds the term "get it done" reminds me of Anthropants when he gets mad at himself for losing. He like gets killed or hit in Streets of Rage and starts screaming. He's like, "Get it done!" Checkpoint. Wasted. Car fixed. Everybody is so far away. Nice and voice crack again. brilliant, good. Yep. I'm actually 13 secretly. I'm not, I'm 24. Could you tell? No, obviously not. So anyway. Yeah, why did I do that? Why did I do that? You're supposed to hit the checkpoint, not miss it. You know, I have heard that if you miss the checkpoint, you don't win the race. You also don't win the race by killing yourself, Nimmy. Yeah. I'm calling you out again. What are you going to do about it? Nimmy's actually in the race as well, funnily enough. I like how soon as that Nimmy seems to attempt to go for me. Boop. Machine, Nimmy reminds me of that meme that somebody made of Nimmy. Tries to waste machine. Success. Oh, Nimmy's a ghost because just phased through me. I hate it when the fucking cars do that. You try to hit a car head on, they just go straight through you. It's really annoying. Not today, Dr. Monster. You're not even a real doctor, are you? Announcing the next person to play the Doctor in Doctor Who, Dr. Monster. And then he's like, now I'm a doctor. I'm like, fuck. How would that even work? It's like, Doctor, what should I do? Great choice. It's like the zombie voice in Saints Row. That was always pretty funny. Sure, it takes away the funniness of the storyline, but you know, I played as using the zombie voice for like a replay through a number of years back. It was really funny. Especially the subtitles, it just says growls, garbles, roars. It's like, boss, the enemies are coming, what shall we do? Good choice. I don't know why that's even an option, but it's pretty funny. I remember on Saints Row 4 my brother made his character like solid gold. I actually remember the Streets of Rage reference in the game was pretty cool. I was like, holy shit, Streets of Rage, nice! Because, you know, you don't really hear it referenced much. You should have fucking heard my reaction when they announced Streets of Rage 4. I was so surprised. I think I've never been so surprised. Like, since like Banjo-Kazooie and Smash. And I think those things happened in the exact same year too. Yeah, I didn't even play Smash Bros. I just follow like the updates for it and stuff. Because it's a cool series. I played Brawl, but that's the only one I played. I wasn't very good at it. But yeah, I'm still always interested to see who gets in. I'm always like, oh good, it's another swordy guy. But they were like, Banjo-Kazooie, I was like, what the fuck? I don't think I was expecting Minecraft Steve either. I guess I should have seen that one coming. But you know, I remember that one where they announced Piranha Plant, and everyone was like, oh holy shit, it's in Mario World, it's going to be Waluigi, and it wasn't. It's like, a lot of people argue about like Waluigi, whether he should be in the game or not. I think he should, just for the sake of completion. Not for the memes, but because people genuinely like him. Well, some people do, anyway. It's like, just for the sake of completion, because you've got Mario, Luigi and Wario. You've got Peach, Daisy and Rosalina. I was actually pretty happy when they put Daisy in. I was like, holy shit, it's Daisy! Because like, Daisy will whoop your ass, and she's like the only princess in the entire game who would probably actually kick your ass in real life. Like, doesn't she kick Bowser into space in Mario Party 3? Pretty sure she does. Like, Daisy, the reason she doesn't get kidnapped is because Bowser's probably afraid of her. That's the only reason. She got kidnapped once, and then she got like secretly buff. She's probably buff, like under the dress she's probably secretly buff, who knows. But either way, yeah, some people are like, oh yeah, but like, Waluigi doesn't have much of a character, like, how do you make a moveset for him? I don't know, just use his assist trophy moveset. I see why not. Like, wasn't he like the best character in Mario Tennis Aces? He was the best character in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well until they nerfed him. Well, they didn't nerf him, they just buffed everybody else. Look at, are you serious? Look at these assholes, look at this shit. Seriously? These motherfuckers, stop it. Yeah, they nerfed they buffed everyone except for him, which is pretty funny. I guess Nintendo just really doesn't like this character. On the topic of Mario Kart, I'd also like to mention that they added Birdo in the last wave, which makes me think they're going to add more characters. They said there were only going to be 6 waves of DLC, but I suspect there's probably going to be more than that. because they said in Smash Bros. Like in like 2018, that's the last DLC we're doing, and they made more of them, so they could put more Fire Emblem characters in. I finished one levels Upside Down. I'm the best. I remember when whenever Sakurai added like another guy with a sword, like the fans of that franchise would start screaming "hose mad" on Twitter and being like really obnoxious about it. Like, you're not allowed to be angry, and like eventually when Minecraft Steve was added, they were the ones that were angry, and all the Minecraft fans would start saying "hose mad, hose mad," as being like as obnoxious as they were. It was pretty funny. Did they get that checkpoint or not? Like, everyone's really out to get me today. I don't know why. Everyone's really aggressive. But yeah, I remember that. It was pretty funny. I saw one that they spelled they spelled hose mad in like Minecraft font, and they had like a picture of a diamond hoe. It's pretty funny. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I remember that. Where am I going? Why did I flip upside down? Excuse me. Where am I going? Ah, over there. Man, fuck this game. This is not fair. Everybody is out to specifically get me and nobody else. Nobody else matters, apparently. I'm still in second somehow. Who the fuck is ahead of me? Who is it? Who did it? Why'd they do it? They're still alive? Can I find them? I'm gonna go find them. Okay, now I'm in first. Was it Max Revenge? It might have been Max Revenge. Alright, well, whatever. In terms of the characters they're adding, though, I don't know who it could be. Like, I think Pauline, definitely, because she was in Tor. I know they added Funky and Dixie Kong to Tor, so maybe they'll be adding them too. And Diddy Kong as well. I think it's just got to be the Kongs and Pauline, and I don't know who else. I don't know how many character slots are open, but after they added Birdo, they were, oh my god! Tell me you don't want me to win the race without actually telling me. Fucking hell! I'm telling you, they're out for blood today. I don't know why. And I missed. Of course I missed it. Why wouldn't I? Well, I need that because they're going to gang up on me again. Okay, I had to do some. I had to do something really dodgy there. Could you please get the fuck out of my way? What is going on? Why are they so violent? They're so, like, angry. They weren't this bad yesterday. They were bad, but they weren't this bad. They literally want my head today. I don't know why. Okay, computer, can you not do that, please? It takes the focus off the game, and I have to click the game again to fucking play it. I hate it when it does that. It does it all the time. It's so dumb. And whenever it does, it goes dum as well. I fucking hate that sound, I tell you. The error sound is pure ear rape. I much prefer the one from XP because it was really funny. You just be sat in class quietly, there's dum all of a sudden. Wow, they really did not want me to win that race, I tell you. Next up is The Stretch. Alright, great, now the game doesn't want me to win. Just fucking glitch me through the fucking thing, why don't you? Dickhead. Alright, anyway. Let's move my cursor off screen. I don't know if I show my cursor on my videos, I don't think I do, but still. Yeah, it's really annoying, that was really dumb. Bye, you moron. I'll tell you another game I was planning to do a playthrough of. I was planning to play GeoGuessr a few times, but then they made it pay to play. Literally, you have to pay money to play the game now. Why? That's such a dumb thing. It's like all those games online that, like, you know, I wouldn't really call them MMOs particularly, but it's like games where you meet with your friends, like Club Penguin, like the other versions of that, like Moshi Monsters and Bin Weevils or whatever the pet one was called. I don't know. Either way, not Webkins, but the other one. Moshi Monsters, that's the one. Like, all those ones eventually become pay to win as well, don't they? I don't know why. I don't think Club Penguin was, though. I never got to play that. I never did. I don't know why. I kind of think I should have, but I never got around to actually playing it. But yeah, I don't know why they do that. Like these are games that kids go on all the time. That's basically all I know. Like they go on these games to hang out and make friends and whatever. And most of those friends are probably like secretly like 40 to 50-year-old men, but you know, and it's like they just make it pay to win. It's like you got like a currency in the game or whatever, and it's like, oh hey, if you pay real money, we'll give you some fake money. Why? The same for GTA Online. GTA Online sucks. I used to play it with my friends all the time, and then, you know, my friend betrayed me for the 8th time, and all my other friends buggered off to play other games. So I played GTA Online alone, grinding money for years, and it was the most boring thing ever. And then, back when GTA first started doing this, Gran Turismo Sport came out, and everyone was like, oh yeah, this game's great, it's got no microtransaction, now it does. And now it's really bad. Like Gran Turismo Sport has a bunch of cars in the game that cost like 5 to 20 million credits. Right, hear me out here. Credits are very hard to get. It's basically GTA Online 2.0. The cars are all super duper expensive for no real reason, and the way to get money doesn't give you enough. Like I remember grinding Simeon missions for hours online. I remember I did a money glitch once, but it was really dumb. If you've ever seen my GTA Online series on YouTube, you'll know that it was painful sometimes. It was definitely not the most interesting series I've ever done, but it was different, you know. I want to say one thing though, if there's any series of mine that I would recommend, it's Papa's Burgeria. It's one of the best series I've ever done. I did it with my mate Mikey, who I don't get to talk to verbally anymore very much. I still talk to him like via like typing and stuff on social media, but I don't get to talk to him on Discord anymore. He's too busy. However, I actually asked him a while ago when I reach the Papa's games on Flashpoint, does he want to join me? And he's like, yeah, of course I, he's like, yeah man, of course I do. So, you know, when we reach the Papa's games, Mikey should be back. I actually had another friend who I wanted to be on the channel, but she never got around to it. Like, when we were at school, I was like, hey, we could do like a Pokemon Versus one day. She was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And we never did it. So, you know, that's the Lost series. Hey guys, maybe we'll do that series in another dimension. Hint, hint! You probably don't know what I mean by that, but whatever. Let me in. So yeah, anyway, yeah, we were going to do like a Versus Pokemon or something. But like, we haven't spoken now for like a year almost, so I guess that's friendship now. I guess that friendship's dead. Rest in peace to that one, it was good while it lasted. I never heard from her though. She was always too busy. Like, you know, university and stuff like that. Actually, I will say one thing. My inner voice needs to be quiet. Because by that, I mean when you overthink things. I don't mean I'm crazy. I mean like, whenever I didn't get a reply, I was like, she's avoiding me, you know. And I was like, she doesn't want to talk to me, she hates me or whatever. I mean, that could have been true, but you know. Does anybody else have that? Where like you message your friend and they don't reply and you're like, they hate me. They don't want to talk to me anymore. You know. I also had that with her. I actually had this friend who I met in like a youth club who I spoke to as well. And then, you know, I don't talk to her anymore either. I wonder what she's up to. I always do sometimes wonder what my old friend's up to nowadays. Are the ones I don't talk to. Because Mikey's got like a job now. And, you know, the other friend I have is at university. Actually, I think she's done with university. She just doesn't talk to me. But yeah, either way, I don't know what she's up to. I only have one friend essentially now, and that's Mikey, and he's like the best friend. So it's like I always say, they're quality over quantity, right? But yeah, I do wonder what my my old friend's up to sometimes, because I had a friend called Fraser when I was at primary, and I remember he said he was going to be a sailor. I wonder if he actually got that to be a sailor. You know, like we had a yearbook. And you had to answer like a series of questions, and 2 of them we put in the yearbook. And he said that he would be like on a ship or something. So I wonder if he got to be a sailor. Maybe he did. I hope he did. He was cool. Fraser was awesome. I hope he got to achieve his dream of being a sailor. There's also one of them who said that she hoped to be a party animal, so I certainly hope she's not addicted to anything, you know. There's also, I think one of them said that they wanted to be like a football or something. To be fair, a lot of them did. Like, almost every school I went to, everyone was obsessed with football. There was this thing we did, like, at one of my first secondary school, where we had to do a PowerPoint on a real person who we like, who we were a fan of, right? It didn't have to specifically be like an athlete or an actor, but it had to be a real person. You couldn't say, well, it didn't have to be a real, but it could be a fictional character, I think. It just had to be somebody who was physical and not like a cartoon or whatever. So, you know, it could be a character for like a TV show, as long as it wasn't animated. Everybody did football. I think almost everybody. Like, some people, I think 2 people did like pop star, like, I think the girls did like Rihanna and stuff, like Taylor Swift or whatever. But all the boys, except for me, did footballer. Except for my mate. I think he did Gabe Newell, actually. My friend did one for Gabe, and like everyone else was football. The teacher was pissed. She was so mad. She was like, I expected a bit more originality. I was like, I don't know what you expected, miss. Everyone here is obsessed with football, I don't know what to tell you. I did one of The Undertaker from WWE because he's awesome. And everyone was making fun of me. They were like, you watch wrestling, you've got no life. And I was like, guys, you all did football, I'm more original than you are. But yeah, it was really funny because I think my friend did Gabe Newell, it might not have been. All I know is that it wasn't a footballer. But yeah, what else was there in that book? What else did somebody say they wanted to be? I remember mine said I said I was going to work for Nintendo, and obviously that didn't happen. To be fair, with how shit they've been, maybe it's for the best I don't work there, because I would be a horrible person. But I want you to know that if I had worked in Nintendo when I was like 11, I would have been like, don't shiny lock everything, you cunts! Like, seriously. As a shiny hunter, I hate it when they do this. Like, they shiny lock all the legendaries, they shiny lock the starters now. They shiny lock like every single fucking static encounter. Like, why do you do this? You bastards! But there's no need for it. Like, I think their explanation was, well, it would be a bit weird if you were to select a starter or see a legendary and it suddenly changes colour. That hasn't stopped you before. That happened in the previous games. What do you mean? Why do you suddenly care about storylines? It's a Pokemon game. Nobody really cares about the storyline because they're never really all that good. Except for like maybe a few times, and then like other times it's just like, hello, I am Child, I'm like 11. I'm going to go and stop all of the criminals. And on my own with my rats, you know? And then there's like, hello, I am Evil Man, I want to blow up region, bye! And that's it. Like, Team Flare were just straight up terrorists, dude. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah. Ah, yeah, whatever. Anyway, what else was there? I don't remember anything else. I only remember Fraser and myself and a few others. I don't remember anyone else. What they said. I remember a lot of them said they would be married in 10 years, so if they got married before the ages of like 21 or whatever, then well done, good job. I am 24 and I've never been in any kind of relationship with anyone. At this point I don't really care because, let's be honest, it's probably too much work anyway. So it doesn't bother me too much anymore. I used to be like super upset about it a few years ago, but now I just don't care. Nowadays it's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. My friend I mentioned earlier was also the same. She was like, yeah, I'm going to be lonely. She was like, I'm going to do that voluntarily. Yeah, I think it's kind of weird how, like, I used to be obsessed with the idea of it, and I'm just like, nah, I don't really care. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, whatever, who cares? I'll just be that one guy who nobody knows. The mysterious one. To be fair, I was kind of like that at college. I didn't speak to anyone. Because of school. Yeah, because I got bullied at school, so at college I never spoke up. So, you know, I did have some friends there. In my year group. Say year group, college isn't really a year group. College is just like, you know, group sets based on like how smart you are or whatever. I actually have a really weird story for college. I'm not sure if I should tell it now or like during a Papa's episode would be more appropriate. I think I'll tell it during that, if I remember. If I ever wrote it down, actually. I might have done. Hold on a minute. Let me check my notes real quick while I have the chance to. No. Okay, hold on. There we go. Yeah, I'll tell it on a Papa story, because next time we get to a Papa's Aria episode, I have a lot of stories. I have a lot of notes. I haven't had this many notes for a video in years, because back when we used to do the series regularly, I had loads of notes. But nowadays, I don't have. I have loads of notes again because we haven't done one in a while. I think it's been like 2 years. It's probably been something like that. But yeah, I don't get to speak to him very often, like Mikey on Discord. It's always fun when we do. He says he always looks forward to it because we never get to talk, which is true, because we don't. He's too busy because he's got a job now. He has a job. I don't know if he's done with college, might be, but yeah, he has a job, so he's too busy. Apparently his boss plays like the Looney Tunes ending over the speakers every day. It sounds like something I would do at the end of a day. But like, I would play the San Andreas like mission past theme at the end of the day when everyone gets sent home. That's what I would do. That would be pretty funny. On October, maybe just like blast the Goosebumps theme off. I would be a really funny boss, honestly. Although I wouldn't know what I was doing because I'm very dumb, so you know. I'm not very smart, I'll admit that. You know. I don't like it when people let me know that, but I know it myself. So. Not smart. Not very dumb, not very bright either. I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm definitely the most dangerous sharp tool. That's what that means. I'm not dangerous. I wouldn't hurt anyone. Because I can't hurt anyone, because I'm probably not very strong. Also, why would I want to? Why would I want to hurt somebody for no reason? The only people I wanted to hurt are the people I picked on me in school, that was it. And obviously I never did because you get suspended or whatever. One of my friends used to, and I had a friend in like an upper year who actually like physically picked one of them up. Because they used to try and pick on him too, so he picked one up and like slammed him against the wall. I remember that. That was pretty fun. I wasn't there, but he told me he did it and I believe him. Because he never really lied to me, so... Well, he did once, but aside from that... He was like... He came to visit me a few times after school. Like, he would come into, like, where I live, and we'd stand outside and chat about stuff. And, like, that was years ago. Like, there was one time where he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to come on this day, at this time. I was waiting outside for, like, an hour, and he didn't show up. And he never did show up, and he never messaged me again. So, I don't know what's up with that, though. You know, that was fair, that was great. Great friend you are, mate. Thanks for that. I've never heard from him since. It's so weird. It's like he vanished. And he's not like dead or anything, because I've seen his face, his Facebook posts or whatever, so... I guess I just disappeared. I'm invisible now. I'm Big Chill, or Ghost Freak, or something like that. Oh yeah, by the way, on Flashpoints, when we get to Ben 10 Battle Ready, I might actually do that as like a series, like a mini-series as part of Flashpoint. I'll do it with some others as well. Some other games. Aha, Mighty 8's dead. Apparently I did that, so apparently I'm driving machine. But yeah, I always drive forwards and everyone else goes backwards because I'm not scared of machine. I'm always kind of hoping that the person I hit goes through machine and dies, but it never happens. He does get hit by machine but doesn't die to it. I always take like a really weird route on this track. I'm not sure if it's the right route. I always do this. Again, it's probably not the best route to take, but I do it anyway. What? You were going to do it anyway, so I'm doing it for you. Oh yeah, and then I usually cut across, but I got rammed, so I can't really show that this lot. I always have very low power on this track because I take all the weird routes. Haha, can't get me. I like on the Beach Arcade Dream on those little like half pipe ramps that are on the side of the track on both sides. The fucking NPC racers get stuck on them, it's really funny. I've seen Dr. Monster and Machine get stuck on them a lot. It's quite funny to watch. They're like, help! I don't know how to beat this. I may be stuck, and I'm just like, yeah, great job, well done. If I could figure out how to do the Pokemon ROMs on Desmimo without lag, then I will, but I don't know. I play through them a very specific way now. I found a really fun way to play Pokemon ROMs, at least for me, and it's using a walkthrough walls code and an EXP code and like infinite items code and stuff. It's really fun because I just put lucky eggs in everyone. We're all like level 100 by the end, and the reason it's fun is because I bump the levels up on the randomizer as far as they go, and I want you to know that like the person, the champion has like a level 91 Pokemon in Platinum. It's really fun. It's like difficult without being Kaizo, you know? Like I don't like Kaizo hacks. I hate it when I find an interesting looking Pokemon hack and it turns out to be really hard. Which was like the same thing that happened to me with Polished Crystal. It took me ages to grind. Oh, and also, I don't know why, I found a shiny Tyranitar. It was a Larvitar when I found it. On Scarlet, right? And I called it Cretin because Cretaceous Cretin, you know, just because I can. And for some reason it wasn't allowed. It was a banned word. So I put an exclamation mark instead of an I and I was allowed to use it. But let me know, what does that word actually mean? Is that a swear word? I don't know. I don't know what Cretin means, or Cretin, or however it's pronounced. I think it's Cretin. But that's what I'm going to call all of my Tyrannosaurs from now on. Like, I have a name for almost every fully evolved Pokemon. Fearow, I call it Scare, because it's fear. You know? I call Darkrai Nightmare, because, reasons. You know. Arceus depends on what type it is. Like, if it's electric type, I name it Krakity, based off of that Thunderhand guy in Mario and Luigi. And I want to redo a lot of my LPs, but I've already redone some of them. I'm definitely redoing the Dr. Monster solo run now. That's absolutely going to be done. Maybe next time I get a chance to record, I'll do that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it because some of these races are taking long. I'm sure when they come home they'll allow me to finish. I mean, you might hear my nan shout something which comes through the door. Like something like, we're back or something, but, you know. It's not like that time where I was hanging out with my brother and my dad came through and was like, you smell! That's a joke, obviously. That was funny, that was one of the GTA episodes. I've actually recorded like a few weird sounds on video that like I didn't make. I don't know what they are. But like there was one where like it was GTA Online and at one point you say Rob. It's like, what the fuck is that? I don't know. It's some of the sounds sound like my brother, but like when he was younger, which is weird. And it's not his ghost because he's alive. So I don't know. It could be a ghost though, trying to be like, hey, can I be in the video? It's like, sure, why not? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the sounds are, but they're just kind of weird. They always catch me off guard. They definitely did when I was rewatching the video to make sure that it was alright. I do that sometimes, and I don't. To be fair, whenever I watch a video to make sure it's alright, I just watch a few seconds and then skip to the end to see if the microphone's still working. Because there was one time where I was recording a while ago and my microphone cut out, like halfway through. And there was one where I wasn't recording audio at all, so... That video still went up, it was just called no commentary. My T8 has been wasted. Sword of Justice has been wasted. Something else I thought was really funny was, you know that website where you can check like live subscription counts or whatever? It also grades your YouTube channel based off like subscribers and views and stuff, which is pretty funny. And when I checked mine back in like 2016 or whatever, when I had like 30 subs or whatever at the time, and they thought I would reach 2,000 by the end of the next year. I don't know why. Like, what do they expect me to do? Like, I don't know what they thought. For some reason they thought I was making hundreds of like dollars and pounds or whatever per year. It's like, I'm not. I don't make any money from this. All right, I don't make any at all because I don't monetize my videos. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't anyway. Plus, even if I could and would, if I wanted to, I would probably be demonetized anyway because I'm not family friendly. I'm not like, hello boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be ranking every Teletubbies episode from best to my absolute favourite. Okay, that's maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get my you know what I'm trying to say, don't you? You get my point. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I'd probably be demonetized because I say the word fuck. How dare you say fuck? Yeah, well, fuck, cunt, shit, bitch, fuckity doo da day, yakety smackety blah blah. Okay, anyway, Digger's Revenge. I might finish in time. What do you know? There's less stages than I thought. There's this, the gun run, Dances with Monsters, and the Mad Party. This one's pretty short. The gun run's pretty short too, actually. The gun run is like one of those tracks for me, where it's kind of dodgy because sometimes it'll be really easy, but sometimes I will lose on that track because I get smacked really far back at the end and I have no way to recover. Yeah, not exactly fair, you know. But when was the last time Need for Madness was a fair game? Let's be honest. You saw what they did to me on Centrifugal Rush. They fucking annihilated me in the corner. I can't get the checkpoint apparently. Yeah, they just annihilated me in the corner on that track. You saw that. And on was it Twisted Revenge? I think it was. I almost died. So there's that. I was on 1 health. Nimmy could have killed me at that point. Nimmy never kills anyone. Well, maybe on occasion Nimmy will get somebody. It's only when they're like really low on health. I've seen Nimmy kill El King before. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was because El King was like really low on health because I'd battered him and he was running away. So like the fixing hoop and Nimmy hit him and he died and I was like, great. Nimmy is the almighty now. It was really funny because you don't expect one of the Titans to fall to fucking Nimmy. It's even funnier when Formula 7, like AI Formula 7 kills AI Machine and doesn't die himself. Made even funnier by the fact that Machine is usually the first one, or must say Radical one's or apparently I can't get it right anymore. Formula 7 is usually the first one to die in like any given game. And if it's not him, it's Mighty 8, so... Yeah, because Formula 7 is so fragile. Actually, at the start of this episode, I mentioned that I tried to do a Formula 7 solo run and never uploaded it. It was a while ago, before I lost all my data on the computer, so I don't have the file anymore. But basically what happened was I did alright, like up to like the first few races, and when I did do the snake dance, I just couldn't beat the game. I couldn't win because I kept getting wasted. And obviously I was racing because I was Formula 7, but I literally got wasted every time. So eventually I just gave up, and I think that's probably why I didn't upload the video. Also probably because I was shouting a lot, and I know when I shout I'm annoying, right? Nobody needs to let me know because I already know. I know from experience because I did a White 2 playthrough a while ago, and I lost a bunch, and I was like yelling, and it was really annoying. It's like my most disliked video, for a reason, honestly. Yeah, so that's why I didn't upload it. But for the record, I have now beaten Do the Snake Dance as Formula 7, because when I thought about doing this video, I remembered that, and I was like, I have to fix my past failure. So I tried and I won. On my first try, what an insult. Alright, next up is Dances with Monsters. I rather like I said earlier, I like the song for this one quite a lot. Alright, so yeah, anyway, when I go silent for a while, it's because I'm either getting my breath back, or I am having a drink, or maybe I'm like at a loss of what to say. I think it's really funny how there's like 3 hoops on them, like all in the end right next to each other. Yeah, after this is the Mad Party, so yeah, I'm definitely going to make it in time. Yeah, my family goes to the shops like every few days, and I always record when they go out, because I don't record when they're at home, Because number one, I don't want to disturb anyone. Number two, we always get phone calls every few seconds. So, you know, it's not ideal, you know. We get phone calls all the time, it's really annoying. Will you piss off? Go away. Oh, fuck off! Not again. Why is it always like towards the end of these I always start getting picked on? By like everyone. Leave me alone, you bastard. Haven't you got other people to go pick on? I know I'm in first, but like Drift Rex is right there. Kill him. Like Dr. Monster, El King's in this race, go get him. Go, just throw him under the bus. Go get Machine, I don't know if Machine's actually in this race, I don't remember, but if Machine's in the race, go kill him, he's more than 39 on. Drift Rex is dead, so he did exactly as I told him to do. Although El King might have done that. Even when I have high power, the AIs keep up somehow. Did anybody else ever see like a wrecked car in the distance or wonder why someone's just sat there? Because it doesn't look wrecked. I'm just like, are they just sitting there so they can ram me and be a dickhead? No, they're sitting there because they're dead. Which Mighty just did. He just died. He's wasted. He's gone. You're out. Vinny and Tomodachi. You're out. And he kicked out Dolan and Jen and Jen. Alright, anyway. I like how I just find like a bunch of references to YouTube as I watch. I mean, what else is there to really talk about? I've played through this game a few times on the channel, so let's find something to talk about. Especially when there's nothing going on. I'm being chased by Dr. Monster, I suppose that's something. And yet, Sword of Justice is being a cunt as usual. Maybe he should call himself Cunt of Cuntness. That reminds me of Cybershell. He is the new king of cunts, you know. That's what Cybershell used to say. He did Sonic LPs and like he listed the badniks for how much of a cunt they are. It was really funny. Like whenever somebody got like a new high score, he would call them the king of cunts. I remember that. I should have used that in something when I was at school. I should have. I should have been like, you sir are the king of cunts. My least favourite badnik is the Slicer because they're such assholes. They put them in such narrow holes that it's hard to jump over them. And you like almost always die. It's so bad. Fuck the Slicers. And fuck Metropolis though. It's funny because in Sonic 2 I like Wing Fortress the most. In terms of music. Which is an unpopular opinion because most people like Capcom the most. What's your favourite song in this game and in Sonic and stuff? I'll probably forget I asked that and I'm very confused as to why people are saying I like Emerald Hill and I'm like what? What the fuck? Excuse me? Where was I going? I got rammed and I lost where I was. Alright, there we go, now I'm finished. Now it's time for the Mad Party and this one is always funny. Oh look! It's Formula 7, behind Machine, dead. And Nim is dead too. Great job. So yeah, this one's really funny because the AIs always have to swerve to try and hit me. Fuck. God's sake, man. I just want the checkpoints. That's too much to ask. But yeah, they always come after me from the beginning. But they're always swerving to get me and like, they will occasionally just hit Machine and die. Which is always funny. And occasionally, another car just gets fired towards me at like a really high speed. It's really funny. Like somebody will ram somebody like a flying. Max Revenge has been wasted. Well, that's one less bastard to worry about, I suppose. I'm more concerned about Machine, but High Rider's going to be a problem too, I can already tell. Who else is in this race? Sword of Justice. Yeah, he's the biggest issue, I think. I actually had surprising AI teamwork the other day on a race. I don't remember what track it was, but El King hit me into Machine and I died. Sword of Justice has been wasted, and everyone just killed themselves. Alright then, well, that happens surprisingly often. I hope this wasn't too laggy. If it was uploaded, I hope you enjoyed it. And next time will be either Flashpoint or something else.